Hello and welcome to hobby vlog number 168. This week I've done a few little bits and pieces, not as much as I hoped. It's been a busier week for various reasons, and the next couple of weeks are going to be pretty difficult for hobbying. I'm away for business from this Sunday, come back middle of next week and then go away again the Sunday after for an entire week. So hopefully there'll be a vlog next week, but I think the week after, unless I do one from my hotel room, which I might do, I think it's unlikely that there'll be a vlog, but I'm going to do my best to keep going. I have been very upfront that this year is just going to be tough. There's so many things I've got going on, including lots of travelling, which takes me away from home, and all sorts of exciting things, but it does mean that hobbying is going to have to take a little bit of a backwards seat just for a while. But don't worry, I will be here and I'm not going to go anywhere. It's a shame if I do miss a week. I've managed to do this 168 without a single Sunday missed. So I will do my best to keep going. But anyway, that's all about the next couple of weeks. This week, I hope you enjoy the video. I've finished a couple of projects, started some, had some time with Rosie. I'll stop blabbering and let you enjoy the video. Please leave a comment below. I love them all. I reply to them all. Don't be shy. I'll see you at the end. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach this tree to this base, which will then have the oh, I broke the base. That wasn't very clever. Not too bad though. It will then have the eagle attached to it. So I pressed that a little bit hard to get my guide hole in, so I'm going to have to be super careful, hopefully not break the base anymore. And I'm going to drill it out using my tack knife drill, and sorry, that was quite noisy, and a drill bit. So what I'm going to need to do is take this, whatever they call it, the little bit that holds the drill bit, which is too small for the size of drill I'm going to do. Pull that one in, I think. And we're going to need to get a drill bit that's big enough that that tree is going to slot in. And what I'm then going to do is glue it in place and also use some green stuff or whatever to hold it. So you know what, I should have probably checked the chuck, shouldn't I? Right, that will hold it. Right, finally, after a minute and a half, we're going to try and drill this now. So I've got my hole. I think I might need to charge this up. But that worked, and that will hold, as you can see, the tree goes into that nicely. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is, as I say, I'm going to put some super glue around that and glue that in place, and then I will also get some milliput. I think I still have a little bit left, and I will build the base up around it. So I'll find my milliput. I may need to open a new pot, I think. Can't remember if I finished it. And I'll bring you back when I come to doing that. But that's going to be quite a cool base for this eagle. I think you have to agree, that looks really good. I think that looks great. Right, I'll go and get my glues ready and then we'll get that stuck in place. So yes, I needed a new tube of the milliput, but I found it, so it's okay. So what we're going to do, as I say, is I'm going to put a little bit of super glue around the base and set the tree in. And then I've got my milliput here, which I'm going to use to just initially, I might put more milliput on this base once this is done, but this milliput's purpose is to support the tree and make sure it's got just a little bit more kind of going for it, to it'll not fall over than just the super glue. So we'll build up around it like that, and I'll leave that, and then we'll do the rest of the basing once that's done. So that's really cool. Right, now to wash my hands. Now for the second base, and I've got quite a cool idea for this, I think. Slightly simpler than what I initially said I was going to do, but still cool. So I've got these little trees, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to snip them off. There we are, take that out there. And I'm going to stick them in so to the base like that, and I'll probably trim the other one a little bit smaller. But first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use, I think I said about this, I'm going to make use of this basic material here, which came with a Secret Santa last year or the year before, whatever. Talking of which, my Secret Santa for this year has not yet arrived. I'm not panicking yet because it's taking a long time at the moment for things to get to me, but yeah, I hope it arrives soon because yeah, I'm excited to see what I got. Anyway, so I'm going to make use of Luke's basing glue, which is awesome, and spread that around. And what I'll do, I am going to do two colours. I am going to do some of the red, but I'm first of all going to do the green. Come on, get out of there. Don't want to. Oh, it's blowing a gale here at the moment out there. Right, let's get that out. There we are, finally. And what I'm going to do is this is going to be the base underneath it all. So the idea is force perspective. Let's put a little bit of the red in. Let's put that tree in. Maybe I'll just do the one tree. But yeah, the idea is force perspective that this eagle is flying over a forest. So we will let that go off, and then once that's gone off some, I'll come along with PVA and seal it, because at the moment that is tremendously delicate. So yeah, hopefully that's going to work, and that wasn't very centralised on the camera, sorry, but hopefully that's going to work, and I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I'll let that dry, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll come along with some PVA and seal it. Well, yesterday was an epic day in every sense of the word. I managed to finish 49 miniatures from being on the sprue to, as you can see here, based and finished. I also assembled and put some base coat on 2 of the ruins, and here are the Mordor troops, which I've now actually finished doing the sealing of the base as well, which I've yet to do on the Gondor and the and these Rangers. And I did assemble most of the heroes, but those are really, really difficult and really annoying. Something about Games Workshop at the moment, they just split their hero miniatures and e-plastics up into tiny, tiny pieces, completely unrealistically and unnecessarily splitting things off, and it was just really painful, so I didn't actually even get any priming on those. But today I have finished the other 2 ruins, as you can see, so these now need to be primed and painted. These ruins I've only just got the first couple of colours on, and there's a fair way to go on them. But yeah, 49 miniatures done and dusted, and just brilliantly happy with myself. I was absolutely exhausted. It was a real hard work, hard graft day, but it was really worth it, because yeah, they've really turned out very nicely. I'm actually really pleased with how they look for having been done so fast, if that will focus. Particularly pleased with Mr. Troll at the back there. I have an idea for some maybe some conversion to do. I might put some arrows sticking out of his shield that he's like charging and protecting himself. I think that looks really cool. But anyway, there we are. So I will get these primed and painted. I would like to finish this week. Obviously I'm not going to put 15 hours in like I did yesterday, but I'd like to try and get all these finished this week. So yeah, I'll be getting these primed up and painted through the week, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. But yeah, I've got these are in their display box, These will be going into a display box once they've had their bases sealed, and maybe I'll even try and get some games in with them, who knows. Well, it looks like this has done some stuff and dried a bit. So what I'm going to do now is come along with my watered down PVA with dish soap and start the first of what will probably be many applications, probably at least 3, if not more, to really solidify this base, make sure it doesn't fall off at the first sign of use. So yeah, I probably won't film every application because it's just going to be basically very similar to this, but hopefully with enough glue stuck on, you can see it really is lifting off where it's, because what had happened is the stuff that's on the base is dried, but the stuff that's on top obviously didn't have any glue on it. So you really need to mat this in with this PVA, watered down PVA. So yeah, I'll get this process done and tell you how many applications it takes. But we're nearly finished, which is really cool. And this is actually turning out looking like exactly how I wanted it to, which is always a bonus. Right, I'm going to get on with this and get that all sealed in. Right, this tree, I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the Scrublands Base Ready from Luke from Geek Gaming. Really highly recommend these basing materials. I've been using them for a very long time now, and they're just superb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the whole of this base with Scrublands Base Ready, and then when that's dried I'm going to put some other on top of it, which I don't normally do with Luke's materials, because you don't, when you're doing smaller bases or less scenic bases, you can just do a single coating of this and it will look great. But in this case I think I want to have a few more bits and pieces of interest on the base. And the idea here obviously is this eagle is coming into land, just coming in over this small tree. So we will spread the scenic glue over everything. Looks like I might need a little bit more. And then dunk it into the pot. And that will then look like the bottom of a, look like a bit of a rocky kind of like uneven floor on the underneath the tree. So we have the glue. So now, it's pretty hard actually with a base that's this big to do this. You need to do it in multiple stages. And there we are, just like that. So when that's dried, which won't take very long, I will seal it. I'm going to put a little bit more on top. I'll seal it with normal PVA, and then I'll come along and add a few more bits of interest and bits of detail to it as well. So if I move that out of the way, you can see the effect I've gone for, which I think is looking really quite cool. Well, it's taken me about a month, but I have finally finished putting all of the modelling compound onto all of the sections for this piece for Articon, which is cool. So I just need to let that all dry, and then I can now finally move on to the next step. I've not been pushing very hard on this. I've just taken it very easy, just done a little section, like for example the last section I did was just literally this end piece here, and I used some of the leftovers just to build a little bit of a hump here. But the next thing will be painting all this. So I'm probably going to use spray paints to spray paint it black to cover everything, and then I'll build up from there. So that's probably my plan. But yeah, I'm really happy with how they're looking. I'm going to bring you along for the spray painting and everything else. But the thing to do to associated with this is I'm going to make a bunch of trees, and I'm going to make them using air dry clay, so they're going to be really heavy and not easy to knock over and solid. So I want to have some scattered terrain, I want to have some fallen trees, I want to have some standing trees. So I'm going to make a bunch of those. So I'll bring you along when I come to that as well, which will be probably the next thing that I do on this project, but I do change my mind often, but that's my plan at the moment, is to get started on those. But yeah, I've finally finished applying all the modelling compound. Well, it's far from perfect. In fact, it's pretty badly done, but it is done, and I'm very happy having finished it, and I'm very happy having done this. This build for my dad has taken up a long time. It's not been done as quick as I expected it to, but now it's done. I'm really looking forward to getting this mounted on the wall, and I can look at it every day when I walk past, as I do. Say hi to my dad in the picture that Angela bought me, and this will be mounted below it. So what I need to do is I need to glue it down. So I'm going to do that using super glue, and I'm going to need to gently weight down the nose. As you can see, it is a tail sitter. So I will get that done and then show you what it looks like, because I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to have a little bit of an explore, and I'll show you what it looks like. Probably next time you see this, it will be on the wall in place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to glue our little bits of scatter terrain onto these bases. So if we take those off, because we need to put the glue on. Okay, take those off just for the second. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a dollop of glue in, okay, and then you can put it on. So we'll put a bit of dollop of glue on there. And if you want to put that one gently on top, turn it around the other way, like that. There we are, that's good. Right, now put a little dollop of glue here. And now put that one on. That's it. Just set it there. And then we'll put a dollop of glue on here.
I'll put that there.
We're going to put that one there. Which stone do you want to put on it?
This.
Okay. You don't have to press it, just set it on.
And what are we going to put this?
I'm not sure what we're going to do with that one. How about we put that one at the bottom of the tree? Like that.
No, we need to glue it in.
Yeah, I know, but we'll put it at the bottom of the tree there. We'll get some glue now. So, put a bit of glue. There we are. And you put your stone in how you want. Right, there we are. Right, we'll leave that alone now. That's cool. Well done. So, I always want to do some more hobbying, but that, Rosie, is these pretty much finished. Is that cool?
We need to do those.
I know, but is that cool with those finished? Yeah. So next thing we're going to do on this, Rosie has insisted that she wants to watch, don't you? I'm going to, I know, but you will be able to see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out these side windows, and I'm also thinking about putting some windows high up here to give some light into the actual garage. So Rosie, this is a very sharp knife. So what I need you to do is step back just a minute while I do this, so there's not a chance of me cutting you or myself. And what we do, look at how sharp it is going straight through that cardboard. There we are, see, it's through the cardboard, you see? Right, don't go too close, so I'd hate for you to get hurt. Not doing this very straight. There we are. And the last bit, you see, and there we are. How about that? So I'll do the other side now, and I'll also going to draw shapes on top here and cut those out, and that'll be the windows. And then tomorrow we will look at cladding and doing the glazing, which is going to be really cool. I have no idea who took this picture. I got it off the internet, and I think that the link that I have for it is now dead, unfortunately. If it's not, I'll try and remember to put it in the description below. However, I'm going to make a model of this. It's been on my mind for a very long time, and now that I've finished the plane in memory of my father, I'm going to crack on with this. So as you see, it's an SR71 with a load of icicles, and yeah. I have a 172 scale SR71 model that I bought ages ago, so I'm going to have a quick look at it. Let's get it opened up and get it assembled, painted and put onto a cool display board with lots of icicles hanging off it. So here's a model kit, an Italeri, whatever, SR71 Blackbird with drone. that I bought ages ago with the express intent of making what you've just seen. So yeah, as you can see, it's brand new in box. I've not even taken out the plastic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to assemble this evening, and hopefully get this done, get this assembled and built. It's my favourite aeroplane of all time, the SR71, absolutely amazing, and I'm very excited. I actually have 3 SR71 kits. I have 2 1/48 scale up in my stash, and this smaller one, which is what I'm going to start on. So yeah, I will do regular updates about how it's going, and if there's anything interesting or complex about this particular kit, I will highlight it, but I'm not going to film the entire process. I'm not sure how I'm going to paint it because it's already black, which is not the greatest of ideas for a black plane, but never mind. So I'm going to take it out, have a quick look at it, and start to assemble, follow the instructions, and hopefully it will hopefully it'll be an easy build, and I can get on to doing the scenery, which is obviously the thing that interests me the most. But yeah, let's get to it. Oh, there we are. I just got my builders to put that on the wall, because I'm just a bit busy to be drilling and hammering and stuff. However, what we've got is we have the plane. I'm just weighting the nose down while the glue goes off. And there's my dad. Miss him so much, it's horrible. God. But that is awesome, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm very, very pleased. And this is my chair that I sit on in my library. So that was my 40th birthday present for Angela, the picture. And now I've got the plane up, and so I can sit there with my little memory of my dad next to me, which is awesome. So there we are. How cool is that? So what I'm going to do, as carefully as possible, just before Rosie gets home, is I'm going to make use of this clear plastic to do the windows on the side of the garage. And as you can see, I cut the high window up, which is just about perfect size. I might actually make it just a little bit bigger so I can just shove that in. Actually, that just shoves in anyway, that's really good. So what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to shove that in and then I can glue that in place, or secure it in place with the cladding that we're going to do. So I'll cut that in half, and that'll do both sides. But then these front ones are slightly different in that they are not quite going to fit. I've got 2 options. One of them is I could enlarge them, which isn't a bad idea in the same way, or I could cut it out. I think I'm going to enlarge them just to make it a bit easier for me and for Rosie to achieve this. So I'll just make these holes a bit larger, and then when Rosie comes we can glue these in place, and then we'll have windows on the side of our garage, which is really cool. So I'm going to get on with that now. Right, so as I've just explained to you, we're going to do the windows first, and then tomorrow we're going to do the hub. We're going to do a little bit more. So I have cut these out to the right size. Have a look at this, Rosie. If you take this, it's you're a bit low, but that fits in that little gap now. Look, do you see?
Yes.
Isn't that cool? So what I need you to do, if we put this down so you can see what you're doing, I need you to, oh careful Rosie, you need to not bounce around, because that way you'll fall off your little step. What we need to do is we need to put some glue all the way around the end. So I'm going to put the glue on. Do you want to smear it with your finger?
No.
Do you not want to do that?
No.
No, you don't like getting dirty, do you?
No.
Don't know where you got that from, because I don't care about getting dirty. Right, so we'll take that, smear it around. You can just watch this little bit then. If you don't want to get your fingers dirty, that's fine, you don't have to.
Daddy, look cool.
There we are, you see?
Daddy.
Yes, love?
Daddy, look.
And look, watch, that now will slot in there, and then when that dries, that will be secure. How cool is that?
Daddy.
Yes, darling?
Mommy's gonna kill me.
Why is Mummy going to kill you?
No, Daddy.
Mummy going to tell me off for being dirty?
No, me off.
Why would she tell you off? You're not getting dirty.
No, when you ask me to smooth it.
Oh, Mummy wouldn't mind. It's only a little bit of glue. Look, you just do that. Do you want to help with a little bit?
No.
No, you don't want to get dirty, do you?
No.
There we are. So that's that. So that's those windows. Isn't that good? Yeah, you like that? And now this one fits here, so we're going to do the same around this little what's it, and then tomorrow you can do a little bit more actual hobbying rather than just watching me, because what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to get cardboard and we're going to clad it on this side. So we're going to put cardboard which will seal on top of these windows and make them really secure. So get that. Can you put that in there? Yes, you can. Very good. There we are. So we'll leave that there. This window isn't fitting quite as well as the others. I might need a clamp. This may not work as well as I hoped, this one, because it doesn't quite fit. It isn't quite as well cut. Right, I'm going to get a clamp and clamp that in place, and then we will come back tomorrow and see if this is going to work or not. Okay, clamp there and clamp there, and I don't think this is going to work. You got Minnie? Good. And I'm going to weight that top down there a little bit. And I think we're done for now, love. Unfortunately. No, because I can't get to that one because I need this one to dry. And when this one's dry, then I'll glue that one on the other side, okay? No, because look, we've got weights on top, so we can't turn it over. This is now stuck. Okay, so that's our hobbying for today. Okay. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you want to do more hobbying, don't you? Do you want to do more hobbying?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can find something. Well, I put so much glue on that it only took one, and it's really nicely stuck on now. So there's a couple of little gaps around the edge that I'll try and get in and do next. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the eagle on top of the tree. So I'm going to fill the little hole up with super glue and hope that that's enough. And if it's not, then we'll try something else. But yeah, that should be enough. Sorry about the banging. The builders are working on my roof space, which is super exciting for me. So there we are. I will just leave that now. Hopefully that will set and will be secure enough. It'll be easy enough to fix if it does break, so that's always a bonus. So now I'm going to have a quick think about what I'm going to do about these little gaps. I might just put some small amounts of Luke's modelling glue or basing glue on there and just use a little bit of just normal kind of like flocking to put on there just to do it green. But I'm going to have a think about that and bring it back when I've decided. After quite a break, we had another delivery yesterday, excuse me, frog in my throat, which contained quite a few cool things. So first of all is this hot melt glue gun, which I bought because Rosie got me for Christmas these awesome coloured glue sticks, and they were too small because they're only the 7mm ones, too small for the hot glue guns I already had. So I ordered that so I can make use of her present. So we're going to make use of that as soon as possible, hopefully. I've also picked up a couple of bits that will be used on the model railway. So these are some cable cutters that allow you to actually split back the surround the plastic from the middle of a wire. They were recommended. Charlie from, I forgot the name of his channel, but I will try to remember and put the name on the screen. But he recommended these, and I've got a couple of other bits coming as well. These are some bus wire joining strips, which he recommended to use in conjunction with these DCC Concepts tools. So yeah, really, really cool. They'll probably show up more on the other channel when that gets going. Hasn't got going yet, various things delaying it, but hey. We also have a whole load more of the trees, very similar to the ones that I'm using at the moment. At the back you can see here with the eagles. So I've got 3 more packs of those because they were so cool. I'm going to have to set up a bit of a production line, a conveyor of sealing these with because the flock does fall off, so I need to get a box and because it's a very messy process. So I'll bring that to the channel, probably do that on the main channel. And finally, these 2 cool kits. So we've got a Phantom and we've got a USAF airfield, which has 2 of these cool planes. The OV, goodness me, my memory for names is bad. Is it going to tell me? No. Anyway, these were used by the Mac v SOG as Overwatch planes. So these were they flew above the warriors on the ground and directed airstrikes. and this is going to go along with the Sky Raider that my mother bought me for Christmas, and the H34A, and I'm going to do a rather large display which is going to be the planes, because all of these planes were used by MacVSOG either as transport in the case of the H34, or Overwatch or air strikes when they were in Vietnam, and that's something that I've got very interested in and I've read lots of books about, and I just fancy doing that. So that will be a very big project, because I'll have to assemble all of these planes and then do a really cool display, and I'll need to have some space for it, so probably won't be anytime soon, but I've got everything I need now, so that's always good, especially with inflation being what it is. It's better to get it now while you can. So yeah, it was a good little set of deliveries. These will go on the shelf, these will go over by the model railway, these will have to be sealed, the boxes of trees, and I'll do something with Rosie with the coloured glue sticks. I had another delivery today. After a week or two of not having anything, suddenly whatever delay was causing for our courier has ended. So let me show you. So this is another wire cutter, which is going to be used on the model railway, obviously. Another one that was recommended by that guy, and I can't remember his channel name still, so yes, I'm rubbish. I also have another order from Games Workshop that arrived. So these are 2 more Great Eagles and the Radagast the Brown box set, which I only need Radagast on Eagle from, which was a bit annoying because that cost me a fortune, but I'm going to try and sell on the rest of the items from that, because I don't need another Radagast on Sleigh, because I've got that. I also have a bunch of wire, which is for making my trees, so that's really cool. And for Rosie, another bag of the same warriors, so archers and soldiers and people on horses, so that's pretty cool. I'd forgotten I'd ordered this. So this is another model for my diorama for the MacVSOG. So this is the AH1W Super Cobra, so this is one of the gunships which also protected the amazingly brave people in MacVSOG. And last but by no means least, my Secret Santa from Middle-earth arrived, and there were 9 Freddos. I've already given one to Rosie. This awesome decoration for the tree, so that's going to go on the tree next year. It's a shame it didn't arrive in time. And 2 wrapped up boxes which I haven't opened yet, so I'm going to open them now. So let's see what my awesome Secret Santa gave me. Apart from lots and lots and lots of packing material, I don't know if you saw that explode, but they used little polystyrene balls to pack, and it's gone everywhere. Right, so inside the wrapping and everything, craziness. So what have you got? We got a Mordor war catapult. Oh, that is so awesome. That is so cool. I've wanted one of them for a while. And I'm going to get rid of these polystyrene balls into the bin if I can before they get everywhere. And let's try and get to this one. It's like Christmas, isn't it? This is awesome. more polystyrene. Right, and what else have we got? A Gondor Battle Cry Trebuchet. So how this works is you give a list of things that you kind of need or want. You're not supposed to give specifics, which is fair enough. I wouldn't want to do that anyway. And what I said was I haven't got very many war machines. There's lots and lots of Middle-earth models, obviously. And this person, thank you whoever you are, because you don't know who it is, has absolutely knocked that out of the park. I can't believe that. I hoped I might get the Gondor Trebuchet. I did not expect to get both. Whoever you are, if you watch this video, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's amazing. And thank you to the guy that runs it. He's awesome. And the effort he puts in and the pleasure it gives is just brilliant. And last but not least, underneath this, I have a card, which I don't know whether I'm going to read. I don't know how much personal private information it has. And have a quick look. Oh, Merry Christmas, my precious. That is an awesome card. To me and my family, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's not quite dwarven forgery or engineering, but hope these creations of war will come in handy. From your SBG Secret Santa 2022. But never underestimate dwarves. I think I might know who my Secret Santa was, and I may have to try and find out and say thank you, because that's such an awesome gift. So I'll be sharing these with Rosie. I will have at least one of these for myself. Most of them I'll give to Rosie. But yeah, Christmas again. Brilliant, that big smile on my face. Thank you so much to my Secret Santa, and yeah, it's cool to have the other bits and pieces that arrived as well. That was a much longer segment than I expected, and I hope you enjoyed it. Well, this build is going quite nicely so far, which is good. As you can see, I've managed to get the cockpit done and painted, and I've managed to assemble the fuselage, getting that on its way. I'm just about to put the bottom of the wings on, and I just thought I'd shoot this because it shows just how well thought out this kit is. It's not perfect by any means, but it's quite well thought out, and I did this perfectly off camera every time I tried it. No, it's not going to work as well, but you just slide it in basically. There we are, and that now has, you can see how easily that fitted in, and there's going to be a need for some glue around the edges to hold it securely together. But apart from that, it's a pretty nifty little bit of kit, and a pretty nifty way of assembling it, which I quite like. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I said to myself just before, it's been so long, I've been looking forward to making this kit. Like I say, I've got 2 more to do which are bigger, but this one is the first one I wanted to build just to give myself a bit of a practice. And yeah, it is definitely going together well. Now there's a little bit of cleaning up to be done. I think that's that needs to slot inside. There we are, that's it. So that slots inside the wing. It's just nicely done. It's just nicely done, what can I say? So I'll get the glue on that, get that glued together. And yeah, we're starting to, as you can see, we're starting to really get to the end. This is step 5, which is yes, it's moving along quite nicely. Very happy. Okay, so we have our shape cut out, which is looking good, and now Rosie is going to help with the glue, aren't you, Roo? Yeah. So it's quite hard to press, but what I need you to do, let's actually stand it down. Let's do it like that.
I want to see.
You can help me with this. So we're going to run a bead. Going to run a bead all the way along the top like this. You don't need to get your finger in it, so don't need to worry about getting dirty. And what we're doing is we're using the Moment Fix Extreme because it's going to. You're not going to get dirty. We're using the Moment Fix Extreme because it's going to be a bit more grabby, and it's going to enable us to. Are you going to help me draw it down here? It's going to enable us to stick this siding on, which will hide all this nasty sellotape, and will also give us something nice to paint when we come to painting, which is going to be next. Squeeze. There we are. Very good. Should we do one down here?
Yes.
There we are.
So wow.
Should we do one down here?
Yes.
There we are.
It's a road.
Let's do one down here.
It's like a road.
It is like a road, yeah. And let's do one along here.
Yes.
And along here.
Why?
Because we want it to be stuck well. And then we'll do a cross on here.
Yes.
Go, doop, and there we are. Right, so now...
That's a road.
Indeed, right. So now I'm going to lift it up and press that shape on. Don't touch the glue. Press the shape on, and then we will leave it to dry.
We
leave
can't
it to
do
go
this
off.
bit yet.
No, we can't. We're going to let this bit first. There we are. Press that on. Look, Rosie.
Yep.
There we have it. Look, the side of your garage, Roo. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, but I'm hot.
Are you hot? Okay, well, we're going to head on downstairs now. We're going to let that set, and we'll do the other side tomorrow, and it'll be basically the same, so I probably won't film it, but it'll basically the same. But that is the side of the garage done.
No, I can do it. I can do it.
Okay, okay. You're going to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
There's another sheet of cardboard which I saved a while ago, and I'm going to do a little bit, and then Rosie's going to do a little bit.
Are you going to cut this off?
No, I'm not. What we're going to do is we're going to clad the sides of this box. Okay?
I want to do it myself.
You will be able to help. Do not worry, my love. You will be able to help.
I want to draw myself. You can help me.
Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put little marks where the edge of the roof is, where the edge of the box is. Like that. So we've got marks. So we'll move this out of the way. Look, right here. Okay, and this is where you're going to do the bit, Rosie. This is your bit. So I'm going to get myself a ruler. Oh, that didn't want to happen. Right, what you're going to do, Rosie, hop up, is come around this side. I'll hold this. I need you to draw a line from there down to here.
Okay.
Draw a line along the edge of the ruler. Very good. The next bit, let's move this around a little bit more. Wait for it. Let me get the ruler in place. Is to draw the line from that mark to that mark. Don't draw on my ruler, Rosie. Pay attention. You need to draw a line from there down to there. That's it. And the last thing I need you to do, hold the pen again. Wait for it, for me to put the ruler in place, is to draw the line from here all the way across to here. So go, oh, no, you didn't quite reach. Do you want to stand on your step?
Yes.
Yeah, stand on your step. Hoppy hop. There we are. So draw the line on the cardboard from there all the way over to here. Oh, no, you need to lean against the ruler. You've missed a bit. So lean against the ruler, start again. Press up against the ruler. Like that. There we are. Right, so what we've got now is we've got the shape of our wall. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, right, don't hop on this. What happened last time?
We fall down.
You fell off, didn't you, and scared yourself. Right, I need you to step back because this is sharp knives and you're not quite old enough yet to do this, maybe next year. So you watch what I'm doing now, okay? And then you can help me with the next step afterwards. So the next thing we're going to do is along those lines that you drew, I'm going to draw this knife. And this will cut the shape out, you see. How about that? Okay.
I'm standing there.
Yeah, you just make sure you don't have your fingers in the way, that's all. We don't want your fingers in the way. You do have a bit of a cough still, don't you, love? Not ideal. Right, there we are. And then cut that one. There we are, so we've got our shape.
What's this?
We've got our shape, so we can lift this up. And look, that will go there. So the next thing we need to do, not glue, we need to work out where these are, cut those shapes out, and then glue, because that will also help to hold our windows in place, you see. We'll do the top later, don't worry about the top. So I'm going to get a tape measure and measure these corners, mark them out and cut them out, and I'll bring you back when we come to the gluing. I forgot this had arrived. So this is the extra parts for the Cricut, which will mean I can actually use it. These are the cutting mats. So that will mean I'm able to cut on cardboard and board, which is what I bought it for, and I thought they came with them. What I also got is a spare blade, because living here, it's taking as long as things take. It's always nice to have spares, and that's about the only consumable on the thing. I also got a roll holder. This was on sale. I managed to pick this up in the January sales. So this will hold like vinyl and what have you and feed it in. So that's quite useful. I can see some benefit for this with that kind of material for Rosie, potentially with stickers or vinyl or whatever, like birthday. And then I also took advantage and ordered some craft board. So I've got lots of materials for it now, and some more craft board. So lots and lots of stuff for the Cricut. And today we had another delivery. Whatever caused all of our couriers to run so slow has obviously stopped, because we've had deliveries almost every day this week. And these are just some more trees. Zoom that in, which will be used on the model railway and for dioramas. I've had some of these before. These ones are new. They're going to need sealing, but they look really nice. So yeah, these ones obviously aren't very detailed, but these ones actually look really good. I'm very pleased with how they look. So I'll be potentially getting some more of those over the years, over the coming months even. So yeah, just a little bit more of a delivery with the trees, and as I say, just forgot the Cricut stuff had been delivered. It was in a box and I'd put it to one side. So yeah, there we are. Well, there we are. It's Saturday as I record this, and I'm going to upload and publish it now. When you get to see this, if you watch it when it first goes live, I'll probably be in the air, flying across Europe, going back to the UK, which is a bit rubbish, but it is what it has to be. And so next week will be a short one, as I said. However, you can see I've got quite a lot done this week. It's been really fun. I really enjoyed my challenge last Sunday. It absolutely exhausted me, but it was so good to get 49 miniatures finished, and I'm pretty close actually to finishing a load more. But I think that my count for January will probably stay where it is, just because of how much travelling I've got to do over the next couple of weeks. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Really appreciate every single one of those comments, and I do reply to them all, so don't be shy, do say hi. And I'll wrap up by saying, as I always do at the moment, hopefully not for much longer, but probably for quite a lot longer. But if any of you are impacted by the horrible war in Ukraine, either directly or indirectly, then my heart goes out to you and anyone that you know who is. And to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well.